Hello everyone, my name is Mr. McDavid and I'm the engineering instructor over at the Grundy Area Vocational Center. The title of this class is STEM, Engineering Technology. Most of the students who go through this program are interested in science, technology, engineering, or some type of mathematics major as they go off into college. Now, a lot of my students do go to college, but that's not to say that I haven't had some that have pursued other careers right out of high school, or have gone off into non-STEM related careers, such as the music industry. This class is designed to cater all of our projects around what it is that you want to accomplish. So that means if you're interested in mechanical engineering, we'll gain all of the information that we need to know in order to get you a basic level of understanding and then go ahead and tackle real-world problems that the professionals are dealing with on a daily basis. And we want to do that for each and every single person. Now we do go through an initial resource evaluation on everyone, so that way we can get everyone up to understanding what it is that you need to accomplish in order to pursue your goal. An example of that is we will all go through programming, we will all go through and be certified in Autodesk Inventor in order to get you a step up on your career, so that by the time everyone else is trying to pursue these things, you already have them under your belt and even have a certification to go along with it. That'll put you leagues in front of the competition when you finally go to apply for your dream job. Now the goal of this class is to get everyone on track to their dreams. That means from point A, where you are now, to point B, where you want to be in 5 years. We're going to plan out all the steps in between and also adjust for variations in case there's anything else that you'd like to pursue. A lot of what you'll be seeing in the next few minutes are a culmination of all the different projects that the kids have been doing or have done in the past. The next one is going to be a bridge project, where you can see that they've all constructed different types of bridges and used different resources with certain amounts of restrictions on them in order to make the bridge that can hold the most weight. So the goal is to be the bridge that's used the same number of popsicle sticks, the same number of hot glue, and the same amount of time as everyone else, and seeing if you can construct and have the far superior building process. You'll also see a time lapse of us working in a group project. What they're doing is a scaling project. They're taking the entire room and basically shooting it with a shrink ray in order to get it down to scale. A lot of what you'll be doing in the real world is having an idea and then turning it into a reality. In order to do so, sometimes you have to create something that represents the whole story of what you want to build, but you don't necessarily have those materials or the time in order to do it. So you build a to-scale version of what it is that you're trying to create. The important things here are leadership, working in groups, practicing with leadership hierarchies, and gaining real-world experience by making things that we're doing out there in the real world. Other projects after this you'll see are our sand table, which is the real-time interactive sand table. RC, so other radio-controlled different projects that we have, such as robots or airplanes, things like that. Virtual reality, there's games that our students have created using Blender and Unreal Engine in order to create a real-world immersive experience. Some drones as well, lots of 3D printing and scaling of buildings.
Here we have the raise and relief table. So as you can see, we have a rig set up here. So here's our computer that kind of powers everything, right? And then up there we have our two different projectors. Here's a normal projector, and then there's a 3D projector. So what the 3D projector does is it sends out kind of like little rays, right? And it looks at the thing it's viewing, so the sand, right? And then those are sent back up to that projector, right? And it takes that information, sends it to the computer. So now, those two projectors are hooked up together, and the information then that sends to that tells it what to project. So if you look, if we move the sand, it'll change the topography of the table. And it basically just makes it look like a map. And with certain things, you can make water appear like that. And it'll pool up, and it'll flow down the mountain. And you'll get some that'll pool there and kind of a little basin and all that. You can move it however you want, and it'll change it. Interesting.
I'm building the X29 here.
most of the parts came, but some didn't, so we have to cut out some. These are like the blueprints for them. This is like the beginning of part of the build here. And then once we get all the parts cut out and get it assembled, it should be pretty good to fly. This is what the final product looks like. And then this is our baby blender biplane. All the electronics are in. The ESC is good. The rest of the receivers in there. Just charge up the battery and it should be good to fly.
Basically, this can be used for like construction. Cause say you wanted to put a pond here, you could use this to figure out like how much dirt you'd have to dig out and where you could put it. So like we dig the pond right here.
So what are we gonna do with this neighborhood? So
we're gonna
they want a pond right in the middle here,
We're gonna put a pond here. We're gonna put the dirt from the pond we took and put it alongside the highway.
how are they gonna do that?
We're just gonna dig it and put it here.
Okay, so yeah, so like what this table helps us with is what we can figure out where we put stuff, like dig holes, put mountains, put extra dirt. You can figure out how much earth you have to move, spots where you can put it. So as you see here, we're taking all this earth right in the middle of all these houses here, and then we're putting it, so this is supposed to represent our highway right here. We have a highway next to this neighborhood. So we're putting a hill right next to the highway and behind these two houses here. That's where all this extra dirt's gonna go. And then once it's completely emptied to how they prefer, then they're gonna add water to it.
There.
Once we get some, there we go. That's good enough. So now we got some water. So now in this little neighborhood, we got a pond.
If you have any questions or just want some more information, my info can be found on the Grundy Area Vocational Center's website, gavc-il.org, under Engineering Technology. Good luck out there, and I hope to see you soon.